Michelle and I began our collaboration about 10 years ago in 2006. And I'd say we continued for about a year. Her health problems and personal problems eventually made it difficult to continue. And then she went into her withdrawal from the literary scene for a number of years. While she was gone in 2011, Jeff Side of Argotist eBooks Online published about 28 pages of our collaboration under the title Dark Hope. When I compiled them, I was suffering from an undiagnosed hyperparathyroid condition that had reached a critical point where I made a lot of mental errors, including omitting about 17 pages of the work that Unlikely Books has now published as Definitions of Obscurity. When we collaborated on the project, Michelle and I used a very freewheeling method of collaboration. Basically, we wrote whatever we felt for as long as we felt. And if I saw her going in one direction, I would either try to follow it or I would try to modify it. And she probably did the same. And in many cases, it's very difficult to tell which of us is writing which. Although when I see some of the lines out of context, I'm able to tell. But we had a very striking rapport. It was the most simpatico collaboration I've had with anybody. And when I read back what we've written together, I'm very surprised, and I've got to say, very proud. This is Dark Hope. A quick lip of water tongues my trembling fingers, touching tall trees and toads as I dip them into the lake, flooding everything. Elements of trance, mingles, gathers random chance of mythos. All the rest is archetype or stolen memory. Soft stones compete for power. Cobalt questions. Cast a sheen of perspiration over your small face. After I scissor myself down the middle, help me find my cerulean core, the mind's thread to stitch. Release up a torso divided, my body, my mind, from the soul core double sever chase gold you instructed me not to find. I darkened for you in the mist, sliding a katana across my wrists, my mouth, and my sex, widening with a variable key to the dead level traces of water, sluicing through me the hardness of your soft entry, my narrowing tight around it, the light your lips kissed back from shadow, a secret unveiled in the blue glow, unharnessed against the empire of darkness. And here is the wretched picture of thee, of us, being blotted out by the evening sky. Today, I'm memory's fool, and wisdom has captured me. By and by, we get to the time where desire's decline will fold over us a blanket, the warmth of touch we share against the new familiar darkness, grown old over us. And our secret of faded silver follicles, delaying the touch of the torch to unadulterated skin, or spoiled eggs in heaps of sulfurated madness. These light grasses growing over the graves of masses, these stones of darkness quiver along the stop-gap fault line. I hang myself with a handful of hair. Below, the voices laugh. Ghostly cicadas trilling scratches across my bare feet, making madness out of sensation, masking machination with black, pensive pupils and demoniac stare. When one turns their head away from that evanescent happiness, lips lewd as the thin leak of saliva that captures where their corners crease. Our torture brings them vicarious release. Our shrieks light their glares within the mirrors of their obsidian reflections. They leer, then laugh at our strain, our pain, their pleasure. Burst to drip point after a good stir by a tongue of rain today in an invisible world where black is lighter than any dark we know. The title poem from our new book, Definitions of Obscurity. The shred of a tarnished illusion breathes at our third well, where I lower the bucket and come up with air. All insistence falls at the dewdrop, where longing posts its empty vigil, and the distance purples with age, where at the river's edge there is singing. The cubist pyramids ringing through the void mirror off the mountains. Behind the empty bank, which falls like water, only to be indented by the singing at the sand's dry edge. A vision of sound rises from the dew-glittered grit. Frail syllables fall off the tongue, upward and back. The golden confetti of shortened breath, spiraling in the mind's twisting winds, impedes the perceived call to arms that drizzles the liquid top. Perhaps the metronome grew tired of counting when the numbers stopped adding up and the melody stayed the same. A chant of time crossed by plastic wolves and fairy tales of cities made of gold, traveling across the tear in the continuum. Its ragged fabric whistles in sequential winds, where clocks, lost to chronology, seek vapor trails, where music used to ring synesthetic overtones, lost at the dry trickle of meaning's edge, where dust pours over definitions of obscurity, the filters shortening breath and sight.